Hello, and welcome to another Crack-a-Pack. Today, I will be opening another draft booster from Ravnica Remastered and making a pack 1, pick 1. Let's get started. Undercity's Embrace. 2 black for an instant. Common. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you gain 4 life. The Undercity is always hungry. Sewer Shambler. 2 black for a 2/1. Creature. Zombie. Common. Swamp Walk. Scavenge. 2 black. Burning Tree Vandal. 2 red for a 2/1. Creature. Human Rogue. Common. Riot. When Burning Tree Vandal attacks, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. The ostentatious splendor of the Orzhov Church was just asking to be smashed. Keymaster Rogue. 3 blue for a 3/2. Creature. Human Rogue. Common. Keymaster Rogue can't be blocked. When Keymaster Rogue enters the battlefield, return a creature you control to its owner's hand. This one opens the Great Outside Celso base. This one is for his merry library. This one is for an invisible door. No, I've said too much. Sinister Sabotage. 1 blue for an instant. Common. Counter target spell. Surveil 1. We have intel that some guilds have fallen under an invader's influence. Until we're sure, no venture succeeds. Lazov. Azorius Arrestor. 1 white for a 2/1. Creature. Human soldier, common. When Azorius Arrestor enters the battlefield, detain target creature an opponent controls. You have the right to remain silent, mostly because I tire of your excuses. Horncallers chant 7 green for a sorcery, common. Create a 4/4 green rhino creature token with trample. Then populate. The Selesnya are gathering armies. Do you still believe they aren't preparing for war? Tesa to Asperia. Footlight Fiend. Hybrid black-red for a 1/1. Creature, devil, common. When Footlight Fiend dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. This Footlight's broken. Get me a stagehand. Judith. Drudge Beetle. 1 green for a 2/2. Creature, insect, common. Scavenge. 5 green. The Street Swarm is the labor class that drives the Golgari's endless cycle of life and death. Azorius Guildmage. Hybrid white-blue, hybrid white-blue for a 2/2. Creature, Vidalcan Wizard, uncommon. 2 white. Tap target creature. 2 blue. Counter target activated ability. Gate Colossus. 8 for an 8/8. Artifact creature, construct, uncommon. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each gate you control. Gate Colossus can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Whenever a gate enters the battlefield under your control, you may put Gate Colossus from your graveyard on top of your library. Eyes Everywhere. 2 blue for an enchantment, uncommon. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. 5 blue. Exchange control of Eyes Everywhere and target non-land permanent. Activate only as a sorcery. They've got eyes inside my head. Seal of the Guild Pact. 5 for an artifact, rare. As Seal of the Guild Pact enters the battlefield, choose 2 colors. Each spell you cast costs 1 less to cast for each of the chosen colors it is. I'd rather see the guilds contend together with words in the halls of power than in the streets with swords. Jace Bellerin. We have a retro frame, Faith's Fetters. 3 white for an enchantment, aura, common. Enchant permanent. When Faith's Fetters enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. And a chromatic lantern. 3 for an artifact, rare. Lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Dimir mages put the lanterns to good use, creating shapeshifters and sleeper agents from mana foreign to them. And a Sphinx token. All right. So here is our pack. And we have 2 rares, both of a sort of mana fixing variety. And if I were just looking at these, I would definitely be taking Chromatic Lantern over Seal of the Guild Pact. But let's take a closer look at some of the other things. So we have a couple commons that are sort of tempo oriented that I might look at. We have Burning Tree Vandal, which is a little expensive for the stats, I think, but it does have Riot and the Rummage ability, so I would maybe think about that one as well. And then we have our Azorius Guildmage and the Faith's Fetters, both of which I would probably consider a bit higher than anything else that we looked at. And between the two of those, I'm looking at Azorius Guildmage the most. Comparing my top rare to my top card from the rest of the pack, I don't know. I've played in formats where mana rocks are pretty good, and I've also played in formats where they're not very good at all. So I'm not entirely sure where I land on Chromatic Lantern, but I think Azorius Guildmage seems pretty useful. It does kind of lock us into a guild right away, whereas Chromatic Lantern leaves us just about as open as possible. But I think I'll default to the Guildmage here, because although the Lantern is effective at fixing our mana, it doesn't really do anything to forward our game plan, whereas the Guildmage is a creature, and even if it's late in the game, it can come in and tap down one or two creatures, which might help us attack more profitably, or even give us an opening to win the game. So I will go ahead and take Azorius Guildmage, shuffle up the remaining cards, and lay them out. And there we have it. Thank you so much for joining me today for this Ravnica Remastered Draft Booster Crack-a-Pack. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm curious to know what your pick would have been. Make sure you leave a comment and let me know. And of course, please make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new Magic the Gathering ASMR videos every Monday and Friday. But that will do it for today. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.